Panhandle Adventure Trail, day 3 and 4. Trip cost recap, $73.18 so far. Whew. Dang. That was a rough night. But it's a beautiful morning. Oh, my neck. I can't move. It's gonna be a rough day of riding today. All my oatmeal got wet, so I don't have any breakfast. Don't know when the next town is that I'll hit, but we're still kicking it. Oh my god, the pain. I'm gonna go take a little shower. Actually have a restroom, and I have a little water thing. It's probably like a spring. First things first, take my little wash bucket, wash my body and my socks. I'm gonna start with my socks. Get them a little bit clean. I like this thing. I don't know where the water came from. But it's gonna be nice to have a clean pair of socks tomorrow. Oh well. Wring those out, hang them to dry. I'm gonna take my soap, my bucket. Alright, look at all them mosquitoes. But today, I'm not letting the mosquitoes or the stink prevent me from taking my morning shower. Alright, it's 9:30 in the morning. We finished our shower, we picked up camp, we're drying out all of our clothes. We had a little granola bar with some coffee I'm still trying to work down. But we have a map, so I can show you what happened yesterday. Came down the Carabel, came out through the bridge, crossed over River Road, and went over here. Followed this little black road up and stopped at Parker Place. Thought I might camp there, but ended up not. So I kept going, and I ran into a guy at this intersection who said, okay, you can't go any further. The road is covered by river. So I had to go all the way out here, over and around, and that's where I showed you the intersection here. I thought I could just keep on going on the trail, but no, there was another stop up here. So I'm trying to get up to Boundary Road. I can't get there, and I see some cutoffs, and it ends up that those cutoffs must have been some type of ATV only road, because I went out here, I came out and over down here, came out and around that way. I got stuck everywhere I went, so I found my way back here. And today, we're just gonna take the big truck road that I see all these trucks going down. Now that I see trucks going down with loads, I know I can make it. I'll come up this way to Boundary Road and get back on the route starts right there. That's enough of this campsite. It was good to us. The water level's going down. We found a map to get out of here. We got our electronics charged up for the night. We have gone 468 miles, but we're not close to the end. That's a lot of backtracking, man. So found my way out, onward and forward. So we are intersecting the trail back again here very, very shortly. We had to take a horseshoe trip around. It looks like the water's going down. The snakes are retreating back. I've seen snakes everywhere down in this area. 10 o'clock in the morning. Elevation 38 feet above sea level. So we're 100 feet lower than we were in Central Florida. We peaked out about 151. Seeing it stay between 138, 145 for a lot of the time. But it's that road you're not getting into. This way will take us down, and we can bypass and come up and reconnect to the trail and miss the water. Let's take a right and see what happens. I wasn't recording when I thought I was, to show you the damage and the road conditions. That was the last possible option I could take. Now I have to go all the way back to where I was camping and continue to take the tractor trailer road. I know it's good. They've been laying sand down for it. It goes the opposite direction of the trail, and it goes to Highway 67, which then goes further away from the trail. But I gotta do what I gotta do. I don't give up easy, but there is no way through this, and I'm not risking getting in snake-infested waters up to my panniers again. We gotta make some headway. I mean, it's a 10:30. We've been 500 miles on the trip so far, and we're halfway. We had to get on 67. We're gonna go up north and connect to the trail on another dirt road that hopefully is passable and gets us back to the trail here. We'll see what happens when we get there. Plus we gotta get gas. We got like 70 miles range and there's no gas station east of me at all, it says. We'll make it work. This is our turn. So we're gonna take 111. Let's see what our elevation is. 69 feet. We were at -6 when we left Tate's Hell. Nope, 69 here. I'm feeling a lot better about it. There's a lot more potholes on this road than the other one. But now it looks like nice, beautiful open trail. We are in Apalachicola National Forest now. So we only had to divert 14 miles of pavement. It's worth it. I mean, we had to get to higher ground. There was no escape. Even the roads yesterday had water where there were fish crossing the road on main highways. I like this section. It's washboardy as hell. Got a lot of potholes that sneak up on you, but it's dry. The scenery is so different. Yeah. So we're getting low on petrol. We're at mile 525. So I probably got, 50 miles range, 40 miles range left in the tank. We're getting close to civilization. There's a pond or a lake and a house. That's beautiful. Woo! And getting sandy, pulling that front end around wherever it wants to go. Yeehaw! Now it's getting even tighter. I like this. I think Tate's Hell was a little hellish just because of conditions. It was the most beautiful campsites that I've seen in Florida. The mosquitoes, you can't blame them being out. They got all pushed out with the extra water and the flooding. The construction on the road was pretty instantaneous though. They're out there filling it. This, oh yeah, makes you get more happy. A little sandy, but filled up at 893, taking our total to 8211 this trip. Little bridge action. Think how high we are above the water. We're not down in it anymore. Just went into a little town called Liberty. Got some petrol at the Exxon station. Filled up my jug with ice, bought a gallon of water, filled up my Camelback and my lead water. Then I went to the Appalachian Diner. Got me a cheeseburger with bacon. One final top off of fuel on day 3 for a total of 104.93. 600-mile check-in. So for the last time since we got out of town, it's been like smooth, hard packed, fast moving, just some straight ripper stuff. And then I just got on pavement just in time for that jump. But we've got 600 miles on a 500-mile trip, and I feel like I'm just firmly 2/3 of the way done. 291 feet above sea level. Are you serious? Out here, I think I got some more to go. Oh, taking a quick break and noticing my elevation. That's super cool. Don't know where I am, but I'm getting close to the Florida-Georgia line. I'm liking this. There's a little bit of elevation change too, and some more depth to the forest. So it's 83 degrees, mile 628 at 155-foot elevation. It's been big, wide, fast roads. We're going over 50 on the dirt the whole time. I'm going to finish the last third of this out today in a half a day. If it stays like this. Real nice spreads out here. Like everybody lives in a trailer though. There's not that many homes. And by the way, last video I just showed you I was 600 miles, but I also just crossed 38,000 miles on the 310. So happy birthday to you. Okay, so we're following this gentleman through the backyard because the trail, well, the road actually used to be here, is no longer here from like 10 or 12 years. So we'll just rip through this, take the shortcut to the other way, Tired of backtracking. Beautiful pasture at my 700-mile update. A little bit of 55-mile-an-hour roads, but mostly backcountry roads like this. Nice little farms, some good elevation changes, some nice little sweepers. We're staying up between 120 and 200 feet. Some cloud cover. Now it's sunny, 78 degrees. I'm worried about where I'm going to sleep tonight. I'm almost intersecting with the P.h.a.t trail pretty soon here. So that's when I'm going to start looking for some camping, and then we'll finish this thing in the morning and call it a trip. Alright. I usually get lucky and find little places to go camping. And down here looks like a super sweet spot to pull over. Got trees for the hammock. Wait a second. Already got a lounge chair to go fishing. It looks, is that a beach? Nice. Oh, we did good. All right. Let's go set up camp. I had to make a tactical decision and move because down there it kind of seemed dirty. People used the bathroom, dumped their trash, go late night catfishing. So I had to upgrade my real estate to beachfront. We just rode up the trail a little bit further. Probably be harder to be seen. And it's not even just beachfront here, it is 270. So I got my choice of places to fish and places to take a dip. Oh, I'm gonna catch something tonight. We're about 100 miles away from the end of the Panhandle Adventure Trail. Stopped here. I was gonna just push through because it ended up being a lot of asphalt. It was a lot of newly laid asphalt, so things have changed. We've got one road that has been somebody's backyard for 10 to 12 years. We have a lot of the dirt that's transferred into pavement in this region specifically. So, you know, it is what it is. I just wanted to camp one more night so I can finish 100 miles in the morning nice and easy and then start heading back across the state. Let's catch a big one. See what's out there. Not gonna believe this one, Savani. Oh, he got out. Oh, yeah. So we started over here in Jacksonville, went up to Fernandina Beach or Amelia Island, started there. First night we stayed somewhere in this region west of 75. Second night we were down here in the middle of the swamps in Tate's Hell. We've made all that track today because it's just been a lot of concrete. You can see we're almost done. If it didn't happen that way, I wouldn't have landed here, wouldn't have caught that fish, and wouldn't be camping in this paradise. We got our last MRE cooking up. It's Mexican style rice and bean bowl with tortilla chipotle. So that's gonna be a good night for us, a little Mexican mix up. And then I think that the one thing I've missed this trip so far is a fire. I didn't think I would even have time. I thought I was just gonna boom, boom, maybe have one real overnight camping trip, and it's ended up 3 nights. Good thing we're always prepared as a Marine. We've got extra food. We had plenty of water stops, and my badass Camelback you can see back there that Jason hooked me up with. Appreciate it, my man. I just need to get this track right so I can have some homies come. It's a lot more fun when you got 2 people. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. There's still fog over the water. It looks like it's a little slower moving than yesterday. Whew. It's the last day in the woods. Gotta try to make myself look a little bit presentable. We did our final pack up. I'm gonna leave those fish for somebody else. We're cleaned everything up, cleaned our bodies up, getting ready to do the final stretch. Everything's secured. Just gotta wiggle on out of here. So we left at about 8:10 this morning, just a hair after 8, with 711 miles on the odometer. So we did a few more miles than I thought last night. It's 65 degrees, up from about 62 this morning. 95% humidity, so one of my problems is keeping my cameras clean. We had a lot more of this like red slippery mud coming up. This is a real nice national forest though, or state forest, or whatever it is. So like I was saying, going from west to east would be a more casual into hard, and the east coast heading to the west coast would get you all your hard stuff out of the way. You gotta admit, there's some pretty cool names on a lot of these roads over here though. There was Outlaw that we cut across with the four-wheeler yesterday, and now I'm on Burnt Out Bridge. There was a section of Florida where everything was named after birds. So every road had like a bird name for a little while. I'm digging the Panhandle. Get up here on some of this twin track. We're 320 feet. Yeah, this is actually some good ride. Panhandle fun. Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about. So I've hit quite a few more of these, which are nicely rocked at the bottom. So easy to cut through. But look at there's clear water in it. That's what I like. You can see the bottom. It's moving. Man, this is a totally different experience than all the rest of the water we had in Florida. I like it. A little bit of elevation. I wish the whole trail was like this. Alright, so we gotta find another way around that road that I was going on. Ends at that creek at somebody's house, but I met Mike who lives down there, and he gave me directions and history of that area. So it wasn't that much of a cut around. But that's definitely been a house. He said it's now a beaver dam. 763 miles into the trip. Had to stop at a gas station about 5 miles off route south on 87. Then we're gonna head back up. It's like the never-ending story. I think we're only halfway through where I wanted to be in 2 hours. But I stopped, had a biscuit at a country store and chocolate milk, fueled up on water, ready to hit some more. Starting to sprinkle, but we have one more place we have to go around. That road does not exist. That's somebody's backyard. There was a house actually there. So we'll just slide around Mayburn Bridge, down Pond Creek, intersect back there again, and hope there's no more houses built on the trail. As you can see, that didn't work either. Alright, so we gotta go all the way back. On 89, come back in Pond Creek on the other side. We're doing an early 800 mile check-in. 800 miles, I think the trail probably was originally 700 miles. He said 500 plus. But also that was 10, 12 years ago, and I've ran into a lot of houses. There's even a neighborhood back there a second ago where there's supposed to be a fire tower trail, a fire road trail. This is a nice way to end it. I think we've been really close to the end. Change in scenery for us. Well, Camp in the Pines owns this now. It's been a lot of highway and interstate. We got to backtrack again. About 3.5 miles. Not too bad. There's been a lot of pavement. This is like the glory section. I just made it all the way to the end of the state, even if it was concrete. So on the other side of those trees is Alabama. We're riding up between Florida and Alabama. We got another 15 miles north, just staying on the perimeter, on the border. And then we'll be done with the Panhandle Adventure Trail. There's a lot of pavement to get here at the end, and then that bit of glory of red soil at the very end. The last 17 miles. Alright, let's finish it off strong. 860 miles so far. Got less than 10 miles left. I have to say, this is a dang good road to end it on. I like this. Alright, here we come to the finish line. Actually, this would be a lot cooler if it was a race and had checkpoints and a checker flag at the end. Might have to set something up for that. But we are coming to the very end of the Panhandle Adventure Trail. Gonna be hitting the Florida-Alabama border. That's it. We've reached the end of the yellow line. Huh. We did it. Huh. Little red clay on the front now. But that's the border. And that's the end of the Panhandle Adventure Trail. Here we are at the end. Can't see much in the navigation, but maybe you can see the instrumentation. 875.3 miles later, and we're finally finished. That's it. On to another adventure. That was pretty good. Everything at the end was kind of diverting around subdivisions that were being built. This part of Florida, I guess, is booming. Where there used to be a bunch of dirt roads, is subdivisions and new developments now. I'm kind of glad I got the East Coast out of the way first. It was like getting in hard with a lot of mud and a lot of sand, and finishing a little easier and smoother. And after your body's already broken down and challenged, but today's challenge is visibility. There was always something every single day, and a lot of bites. Got a lot of bug bites all over, and ticks, mosquitoes. It's a part of it. Let's go find another place to explore. Stay tuned for more adventures from MotoVagabondNate as I attempt to tackle the P.h.a.t, the Florida Adventure Trail, 1,200 miles of off-road fun.